Good afternoon. My name is Nassira Camara. I'm from Mali and I'm resident in Italy. I am an intercultural mediator and founder of several organizations. One is Mali Muso ODV, the Malian Women's Association in Italy, and Mali ODV, that is my local organization connected with my NGO in Mali that take care of 85 orphans and 25 widows. And also I'm an entrepreneur and do several activities with different organizations. And today I'm here in Ljubljana with a great project promoted by Forward with Samar, that is my mentor for life.
Well, you are my mentor too, Nassira, so thank you for that.
Samar is a great person, someone I met the first time for the first program. Now this is the third one. I am in love with this program, with Ljubljana, with Slovenia, with everything that we learn in this program. Samar is a very professional. I just want to know, Samar, how are you doing this thing to inspire people in Europe like this? Not only in Europe, we are all immersed by the program. How you do that?
Thank you so much, Nassira. And also I want to mention that you are also my mentor, and I really appreciate this program because it created a participatory learning environment where we did peer-to-peer learning and peer-to-peer exchanges. And I am thankful that this program crossed our paths together, especially for me as an intercultural trainer and intercultural researcher, crossing paths with your professional work in intercultural mediation, and also all the work that you do to advocate for women who are asylum seekers, refugees, and also women who are fighting against domestic violence and gender-based violence in Mali. I appreciate these crossing points, also especially that I have an experience and a background in gender mainstreaming. So as an intercultural trainer and researcher, I believe in intersectionality. And I believe that what we need, like Maya Angelou said, people might forget what you said, people might forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And this is what I use in this participatory training courses, an experience, creating an experience and a training methodology that is based on the experiential learning cycle and the experiential pedagogy, where we are creating an experience that we learn from. And of course, we don't learn only from the experience. We learn by reflecting and debriefing and evaluating this experience. And this is what is working on the concept of competences. So as you know, and I am very glad that you took part of the 3 stages, in this training course program, we started with the first stage, which was mostly about the basic skills and the basic knowledge and also the attitude, because when we are talking about competences, we are talking about a triangle where knowledge comes and attitude and the skills. And this is what makes this kind of trainings powerful and unforgettable, because they are working on these 3 pillars of knowledge, skills and attitudes. By creating these experiences for peer-to-peer learning, we can both exchange roles as mentor and mentee, and creating this whole concept of intercultural mentorship. So we started with the basics on the first stage, and also exploring the challenges and the barriers, but also the opportunities, because in the heart of the challenges and barriers to social and labor integration between people from various backgrounds, in the heart of these challenges and barriers is where the opportunities comes. And of course, like you, I learned that as an intercultural trainer and researcher, but also as a mentor, as I am providing mentorship and official professional mentorship through the employment office in Slovenia. I provide this program for people coming from various backgrounds, including Slovenians and including people who are having refugee status, and also people who arrived to Slovenia recently. Giving this professional mentorship programs through the employment office also added to this training course. So in this training course, I firstly used also participatory art methods. It is tools that is based on arts and its based techniques as a critical way of learning, where we are generating the knowledge from inside. And this was my goal and aim, to generate a knowledge from inside, because indeed people will forget everything you give them, but people will never forget the emotions that they experienced to a certain knowledge. And this is where I am also grateful for the various backgrounds of people who took part of this journey, and for the tools and the programs that we developed together for future implementation of social and labor integration in the countries where we live, and how we started from the first stage, navigating the basics, how we investigated the barriers to social and labor integrations in our countries where we live, and then we decided to start exploring solutions, how we can, from these challenges, find solutions. All the programs that was developed also by you and by other colleagues in this training course, the different barriers, and mostly about our needs to get out from this binary narratives of us and them, and find this intercultural ground. And I'm still finding a lot of connections with your work in intercultural mediation. And maybe you can also share about that, because it was a big inspiration for me of how you bring different people in the same ground together, finding common motivations.
Thank you so much for these details that it was just like a reminder for me. Since I started this program, I saw right away a connection between us. That connection is not only professionally, but it's like a daily work to me, because being in a position that you have to manage so many things together, but all the things are connected with intercultural, intersection, integration, all that together are connected with your topics. Mentoring was something that I was doing, but I did not know what was it. So because of this program, I learned who is a mentor, who is a mentee. So at the end, then you will decide if you want to stay in the mentee side or be a professional mentor. In my work, it's a very difficult work as a mediator, but it's something that I love, because if you are useful for your community, you become someone that needs to be everywhere to try to resolve their problems. And mediators are in between the society and the people. I decided to do this work not because I need a work, because I need to help people. And helping people, you need to understand first their situation. You need to know what you can do for them. And you need to try to let them know what is going on in the society, helping them to integrate, helping them to leave their comfort zone and try to be someone in the society. And for that, I say maybe it's not enough the languages I speak. It's not enough because I speak Italian, then that means I know everything. And I will go to train myself to be a professional mediator. And I took my degree for linguistic mediator, and also a lot of training for the whole system. So I'm a professional mediator, not only for migration. Migration is something I know after 25 years in different countries, 64 countries I visit or I live. And at the end, I am a mediator by force, because I have to, but also I love to. So when they first come, the asylum seekers, the first people they see is us. So we have to welcome them, trying to help them to know where they are, what just happened, because most of the time they don't even know what is going on. When they reach the territory, we need to let them know what is this process they are in. where they just reach, what are the laws they need to know, the behaviors, the centers who will welcome them, the city. Every city is different, but the law is one, and also every municipality will bring their own rules. So everywhere they need to go, we need to let them know what we are telling you is general, but when you go to the center, it's what that means. Because the rules are the rules. So helping them to deal the first days is very important. And from there, we will accompany them to the police station to fingerprint. Now with the new law, now they do the fingerprint right at the airport. So complicate things, but anyway, this is what is going on. The situation is not that easy because a lot of laws that came the last years were not very positive for this process. But we as intercultural mediators, we have to anyway do our job. We have to help people, trying to let them know that anyway, anything that happened, this is a new process. They need to be adapted, they need to accept, they need to follow until they have what they want, and then they can be themselves the key of the change. Because what happened to you personally, you know if it was good or not. Then from there you can join to bring change, to let your mind, to let people know what you feel, how you feel, and what you need to do now at your turn to help the others. Because helping is a process. Helpers are human. They have ideas, but they need to be helped also. So we as mediators, we want to be in program like this, to be professional what we are doing, because our rules is very delicate. If you do good, you will help people. Tomorrow there will be very good leaders and mentors, but if you do it bad, you will mess up their process, their projects and goals in life. So I choose to be that, because I know if you want to help someone, do it in a really good way, in the right way, in a professional way. That's why I'm fighting for women who are victims, for women who really pass through a lot of difficult conditions, and also what I have passed through, I don't want others to pass in the same way, because that means I did not learn a lesson. So my lessons are enough for me, but I need to teach the others not to be in those conditions. That's why I choose to follow this program, to be with you, to be who I want to be, but through this beautiful program, like the inspiring and the motivational part that help me to know who I am. Because with all the things I'm doing, with all the good things, not only here in Italy, in my country, at the Red Cross, even not for only for migrants, for Italian, because I'm a teacher, I'm an international humanitarian law teacher, and I have 7 specializations, so I'm always busy for others. But through this program, I really know who I am, because maybe I did not validate all the things I'm doing. But now I'm conscious that maybe Samar taught me certain things that now I'm helping people, like I just have to, without knowing exactly what I'm doing, but because of this, I know who I am now. And thank you for that.
Well, thank you so much, Nassira. And I also want to thank you for the many things that I learned from you, and also when you were sharing and you were reflecting about your work as an informal mentor. This was a very empowering moment, the moment when you were sharing that through your work in intercultural mediation, you were actually giving an informal mentorship for people, because you were helping them to find their goals. You were also helping them to find their SWOT that we did as a tool, which is strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. One of the important tools that can happen between mentors. And how many people you actually helped to find a job? Yes, to find a job, to find their mission in Italy, to find an opportunity to work, and how all of this you were doing, being an informal mentor. So it was, okay, not a structured program that starts with a point and ends with a point, but it was an integrated part of yourself being a mediator, and the power of how we, in this third session, we did this very powerful artistic exercise of giving the people the space, and all of us the space to reflect. That the first process and the first stage of becoming a mentor is to reflect of why I want to become a mentor. And this way of artistic way that we did it, that we looked into banned books from the past that were banned because of freedom of expression and human rights, and how the people looked into these texts and they wrote their internal letters to themselves of why I want to become a mentor. What would be a letter for a future mentee? The letter for the future mentee. And of course, the powerful insights that you shared. This was so powerful, along with the tools that we experiment together as embodied listening, and how intercultural mentorship differs from mentorship or formal mentorship, because formal mentorship can also be intercultural mentorship if it's a structured program that have a start and an end, and also informal mentorship as well, of finding this third culture, a partnership agreement that gathers or merge two cultures and more into one. This is what makes it intercultural, and finding this common way, because also the way mentorship have a hierarchical quotation by nature, but how intercultural mentorship can still serve the goals that we did with a smart tool, specific measurements, reliable, attainable, and time-bound. This also powerful tool that can be used for both coaching and mentoring. And this was also, I remember, in the second stage where we made a differentiation between coaching, mentoring, and all this peer-to-peer exchanging. And I think this is also the power of experiential learning, because experiential learning is about finding different tools and different activities that is suitable for the different learning styles. The people who need theories, the people who need practice, the people who need to observe. And this is what I loved as well about how diverse we are with our learning styles, cultural backgrounds, and also interpersonal differences. And I think that I was so impressed by your work as an intercultural mediator, because also I worked as a cultural mediator with the IOM in Slovenia in 2017, 2018, and I also do that in my regular work at Povod Institute, going to hospitals, psychologists, with people who are refugees and migrants in Slovenia, mediating at the healthcare services, all of this that we have in common. And I think it was very inspiring to see the connections and the different stuff between
and a different way to do it, because maybe here the way you do it in Italy, maybe we do it in a different way, but we have the same goals.
That's true.
Same goals and same positive aspect, or anyway, our projects are the same, but maybe I can see a little bit different, but connections.
That's true. And I think this what makes mediation different from mentorship, even though that you are actually, like you said, doing both of them. But you said it perfectly. We have something in common, that we don't focus on the what, we focus on the why. And this is the power of both of them. And I also want to mention what you mentioned before about women's rights and gender, because this is my and your and our next suggestion, that we are going to work on intersectional feminism, as you are very much knowledgeable about feminist movements in Mali, feminist movements in Italy, and I bring also my expertise on feminism and the Arab Spring from my master's studies on Tunisia and Jordan, and also my current ongoing research on intercultural feminism and its implications for social work. So I'm so much excited for the further step to be implemented under your leadership in Italy, and to combine our expertise together and to have
That would be so great.
Yes, I'm looking forward
that this happens, and we are waiting for that opportunity, because right now I focus more on doing, but I did not have a project yet, because maybe sometime I did not have the confidence. So that's why I'm happy to be here, because even having the confidence is something that everybody don't have. Like, I did not have confidence that I'm ready, even though I'm doing so many things. So writing project and things, I said maybe if I write the project, will I be able to do it or to hold the training? But I'm a teacher, and I'm doing, I don't even know how many things around this topic. But now I just need to have that connection stable, and we can try.
Yes, of
and
course.
That would be so nice, so beautiful.
I totally agree, and especially in this kind of environment where it's a participatory learning and it's a peer-to-peer exchange. And I recall yesterday how many people mentioned how you inspired them, how you touched their hearts, how they learned new things, like from you and from all of us and from one to another. So I believe this will continue, and next time under you being a trainer and with you and around you, I'm looking forward to have a training course in Italy about intersectional feminism to bring our causes together for a more just society when it comes to gender and diversity.
It will be so great, because even apart that I have the Malian Women Association, I am also a new president of the new federation, Malian Association Federation in Italy. So we'll be able to involve a lot of people, include men who need to change.
Of course.
Most of the time they are the one who maltreat or who don't behave very well. But if you have them also in your team, things will be a little bit easier, because at least to convince them, you need to have them with you.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that this new also organization will be very powerful, and also we need to bring change, and that change cannot go without them, because even if the women are convinced, then when they go home, men will do something. Sometimes it's not enough being only with men, and not enough only with women. We need to have both.
That's true.
So one of my power is that, because I have two big organizations, one for men, one for women, and the one for women, we are only 2 women, and all the rest are men, and we are leading them 6 years, and I'm changing their life, because I don't even know how many people I find job for them. I don't even know no more. In my 20 years of living in Italy, I can count up to 500 in this moment.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
for women, even last year, like for sure 20 something, and even last week I sent someone for the training. So I know what I'm doing, and I just want to make it more professional, and also continue to fight and change their life, and let them be also the leaders one day.
yes, this is the concept of the transformative approach of gender mainstreaming, and I'm so much looking forward that we conduct the gender mainstreaming and the gender analysis, where we are organizing activities in the training course for the practical needs and the strategic needs to achieve this transformative approach. And I'm looking forward for the training course in Italy about intersectional feminism and intercultural feminism for youth workers and social workers working on the topics of migration, integration, and intercultural dialogue in the EU countries. Thank you so much, Nassira, again, for the great knowledge and experiences that you enriched my soul with. It was my great pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And next stop, intersectional feminism in Italy. Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I don't even have a word to say. Just thank you.